I'm Gary Marcus. I have been working on natural and artificial intelligence my whole career. My PhD was on comparing neural networks in children and how they learn language. Basically, my entire career, I've asked questions about generalization. If you get some data, what do you learn from those data? This has led me to a lot of different questions, like, do chatbots understand anything about language? Will they ever understand anything about language? What kinds of policies do we want in the world as we develop chatbots that maybe don't perfectly understand language and turn out to make up things that some of us call hallucinations? So I have focused on children, machines, and policy. But when humans understand language, they build mental models of the world, what other people are saying, what their intentions are, what the objects are. If you watch a movie, you learn about the characters and maybe the vehicles that they drive or the spaceships that they're flying around. You build a model in your head of what's going on in the world, and language is all about relating to that model. And these machines don't do that. And that's why, for example, they make stuff up a lot. They don't know what's true. They don't have a model of the world. They just have a model of what people say in different circumstances. So they're closer to the autocomplete in your phone than your 3-year-old who's actually building a model of the world. These systems absolutely are prone to saying things in a very authoritative way which aren't true. For example, every time somebody sends a biography from one of these systems of me, some of it's not true. One of them said that I like to get inspiration from my pet chicken, Henrietta. Only thing is, I don't have a pet chicken named Henrietta or anything named Henrietta. It just made it up, and it said it in the same authoritative voice as it said other things. Because these systems are blind both to truth and human values, they can easily be coerced to saying things that aren't true, that aren't consistent with human values. They can be coerced into making all kinds of really bad hate speech. Ultimately, for me, a lot of AI comes down to a question of trust. I think eventually we'll be able to build AI that we can trust. But the tools that we have right now are not very trustworthy. They can leak data. They say things that aren't true. They can be abused. The safeguards around the current technology just aren't great, frankly speaking. And there are a lot of questions around trust. There are trust issues that come up if companies use these things. Are their private data going to be revealed? There are issues if you as an individual use these systems. What happens to the stuff that you type into it? How can that be used maybe for deeply personalized advertising or even personalized misinformation? So a lot of questions right now around trust that I think don't yet have adequate answers.